Boo, video time with my friend.
Hi, I'm consolethinks.
And you just showed me this shit, right?
Yep. I just can't believe that someone would make this listing.
Yes. I mean, what the fuck, man?
I'm just right now looking at eBay with the search for a gimmick, and I can see repro for $50. And with the extra audio, I think, but I'm not so sure about that. No, the extra audio costs $70, but that's another thing. Even
Yeah.
then, I don't think that Repro has any sort of extra audio chip inside, so it even makes it even less valuable than another Repro with audio mod. I mean extra audio.
Yeah. Just because it's just some sort of random ROM or what is this cartridge manufacturer's last thing. What I think. I mean, what's the fucking reason of this insane price? I mean, just come to think of it, you can easily buy the original fucking copy of the game for a price like this. I mean,
For $600, you could get cartridge only, the original game.
yes.
The one with the expansion audio.
Yes, just for the sake of our sanity, I'm searching. So yes, okay. So the prices are in Hungarian forints for me because I didn't even auto set these things. It's just at automatic. So it's $70 and with the full audio, which is basically like a normal reproduction of the original game. But I would still question the $70 value of a fucking repro, but well, I can pass that. Because to be think of more about reproduction cost a lot of fucking money. But then again, okay, so there is a cartridge only copy.
That's 600 bucks. I see them in original dollar forms, so it's interesting.
Yes, it shows me the dollar if I just click on the item itself. So, wow. But there seems to be a complete in box version of the Scandinavian version for 2,500 US dollars. Holy
And just
shit.
about that, there's another one, but that's I think a reproduction with box, but
Well,
yeah.
I cannot find. What the shit? There is actually the Sons of Memorial, which is a PlayStation 1 compilation of Battle Formula and Gimmick, which is kind of like a 2-in-1 cartridge on a PlayStation disc. Get it?
Actually, there's an NES emulator for the PlayStation 1.
Yes,
you can burn it to the disc, and you could play your NES ROMs that are on the disc.
And you will not going to believe it, but actually I have a crap load of those kind of discs because I know that, but it was around 2011-12 when I used to make those, so I kind of forgot it. So, but as far as I remember, it just take the .NES ROM and it makes into a bin format or any kind of CD format, and you just burn it. That's all, right?
I don't know. I had a different thing. I think there was I think it was called Pocket NES, the emulator.
What the fuck?
And
Ah. Okay, so somebody just really tries to screw me around. Okay, friend, then I think you are an idiot is somewhat question for you. Oh, okay, what do you see right now is a complete in box factory sealed NES game. Bid only. I actually have this game already, but not in a somewhat full format. Oh, what the fuck is this? But check out this seller's other things. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's what is this? $40 right now.
Oh.
26.
And if you would have gotten that factory sealed game, would you open it?
Of course I would. Dude, I collect for gaming, not for a fucking placing my goddamn games on a fucking shelf like a book. If you...
Even books are used. I mean, books are meant to be read. They aren't just for
decoration. Oh, yes.
If you just collect games to sit at a shop, you just why won't you rather just buy a lot of reproduction boxes? I mean, that's the same thing.
Yes.
Why would you still away the time from actual gamers who want to play the fucking game?
Because...
And maybe having books so it would not get dirty and...
because it's just only going to be the... what is this? The result of pissing off the gamers, because these games are getting rare every single fucking year. At least the official ones. And these assholes just do with this. And right, if I just started this video, then let's go into the shit barrel, which is the video game authentications.
Oh yeah. Those are really bad.
Yes, those are the bottom of the shit barrel, which is what I can concern about, the most pathetic thing what you could do with a video game.
I started to see if I could buy a relatively unknown game for Famicom. So for free English. General free, and it's just amazing how pricey these things are.
Yes.
It's not even a known game. I mean, why? Now I can see some pretty good listings.
Yeah.
But just in complete in box, they would charge you 161 bucks or 180 bucks for another listing, or 355 bucks for supposedly new packaging and game, of course.
Oh, I think I know what you are talking about. It's Castle Quest, because this game is just out of the radar, and it's $250 in this VGA case, and the fuck, man, it charges extra $60 for shipping. Can you see this shit right here?
And scroll a bit down. I think there are import charges as well.
Where is it at?
Oh, then there isn't. Maybe on a higher more price listing.
Yes, but the fuck is this shit? I mean, it's just my god. And what oh, this is just fucking beautiful. Super Mario Bros. 2. I'm no video game aficionado, but the United States slash European slash Super Mario USA. I don't can say it's one of the highest grossing selling NES game, but this is just fucking beautiful. 5,000 US dollars.
Wow. 5,000.
Yes.
I mean, for that game.
Yes.
I mean, it's not even that good. And if it weren't for this fucking VGA thing, it would be even cheaper than the original Doki Doki Panic version. Because everyone wants the original version because it seems so weird that it's part of the gaming history that everyone talks about. Even though they don't really seem interested otherwise.
But this is just awesome as well. There seems to be a factory sealed HSIM complete in box of Mario 2 again with some different person, and he wants $360 and he wouldn't even ship to my country. What the fuck is with that shit?
Even then, it's a fraction of what these VGA people ask.
Yes.
I just can't wrap around my mind
Yes.
over this.
And this shit is going for almost like 3/4 years now, and this is just
Insane.
and
Insane.
oh, and there's actually a VGS sale of Snow Brothers for the same price of 5,000 US dollars. But then again, I cannot tiny little bit see why is that. Because that game is fucking rare as hell.
I see.
But Jesus, here's a better one. Batman Return of the Joker for if I could calculate it is in my head, but I can't. It's for almost 900 US dollars. Just because of the fucking case, and and this is unfucking believable. Again, extra 60 shipping for the why is this?
I just no, there's no logical explanation for this.
And there is no logical explanation that why there is such a big blank white board in the description box. What the hell is up with that shit?
Return of the Joker wasn't that popular, I think, compared to the first one, but it still wasn't a terrible seller. I mean, originally it was called Dynamite Batman, and based on a wiki, I read it on a wiki that it was based on the then running Batman comic book. But everywhere else in the West, it was marketed as Return of the Joker, so they could fool the children that it was the continuation of the first game.
Yeah, but then again, who really cares if the backstory, because it's a sort of a decent game. And you know what's sad about Batman Return of the Joker? Because one of the reasons that people are either stupid or they don't know the facts that they kill that game for the freaking gimmick cartridge because of the mapper.
I mean, there are gremlins too as well. People open those up as well, so they could convert it into gimmick if that specific cartridge has the 5B mapper. Recently I've been trying to find some information about the 5A, the FMA, and the 5B mappers. Specifically I wanted to see if an FMA7 or a 5A mapper can be converted into a 5B mapper, basically adding the extra sound chip. And it seems possible, but every single time I found an article, the fucking image sharing site has already deleted the pictures that contain the information how to do it.
Oh,
So,
that's fucking awesome.
yeah, that's really.
Well, my friend maybe can help you with this topic, but Jesus, 1 million forints for a fucking Pac-Man game.
You can, for that money, you can buy the original arcade, I think.
No, you can buy an almost used car for that fucking price. At least here in Hungary.
Yep. Well, maybe not. But there's a 650 bucks for an original arcade. It's really popular, so.
Yeah. Oh, but this is again just there's a shitty game. You might know it, Back to the Future, which will have its 30th freaking anniversary this year. Got to love that film.
Doc Brown has arrived in this year.
Yes. And the price is with the VGA case is ding 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 270 fucking dollars, and holy crap, $82 of shipping.
And import charges.
In
76 bucks.
what the fuck is that? So they mean that I would need to pay, let me calculate this, almost $500 for this shit?
Yep. And you can't even play it because it's sealed and
It's in a fucking box, man! From this freaking company, whatever, video game authority.
it's really sad.
But do you know what's the worst of this? They're one of the worst instances of VGA. Check out this. The Trog NES prototype. And this is what I just call killing a game that could have been easily be preservated. Pre-production sample cartridge.
Pre-production sample cartridge.
Yes, this is
that.
yes, this is actually what you can see here is a legit prototype, but for the fucking the shit, it has been sealed under this crap, and this auction is still on, I think, for 3 years now. And if this is real, that it is 3 years inside this plastic shit, I have a feeling that if somebody actually would buy the game, the data of that freaking ROM cartridge may be damaged, because the seller said that the ROM of this has been not dumped.
Congratulations! You, instead of sending it to a dumper before doing this shit,
Yes.
you just sealed it and hoped that some crazy guy would buy it.
Yes, and if you're gonna sue your fucking ass if it's not going to work, because he just wasted $25,000 on a freaking game which is no longer works, and you just, congratulations, you're an idiot. You just killed a piece of history from Nintendo. You are an official asshole. Butt
And
fucker.
you killed that proto just for profit.
Yes.
Welcome to capitalism.
Capitalism my ass. If this is going, and you know what's my fear? That this VGA shit is going to be the end of the video gaming retro buying shit, because this is just. But but the tagline here again. Donkey Kong Jr. Math, NES Unused Mint VGA Q85 plus incredible gold! Explanation mark.
Wow.
This is just fucking awesome.
VGA thing. This is just ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Look at this. Just look at this. I'm going to send it. This seller just sealed a PlayStation, not one, not two, not even three, a PlayStation 4 game, and want to sell it for $160.
What the fuck? Retro City Rampage? Isn't this a fan game? Or I'm wrong? What the fuck? What is this? Very few of these remain out of collector's hands. Hot. What the hell is this shit? Serious bidders only. Payment is due within 3 days of auction's end and sent to be confirmed PayPal address only. Thanks for looking and happy collecting. Jeez. People really seem to like the tagline from that real game. Actually, I do might as well, but I don't sell my shit for crazy prices like this. Not to mention I can't really find a buyer for almost 6 fucking months on my 2 cartridges, which is not even legit ones.
Okay.
Okay, that's an interruption. It happens sometimes.
And this game is still sold in stores. I can't. I don't
It's
know.
fucking believable.
So it can be just a limited edition. But even then, why the fuck do you put this game in a plastic shell and sell it for more? It's why it's profitable. Why did someone buy this thing? They could buy this game and all the UV protected plastic for less than this auction.
This must have been the most infamous fucking plastic box in history of plastic boxes, because here's another one. Here is another one. If Billy Mays would have been alive, he would said something like this. Transformers, Optimus Prime, NES, Famicom, FC exclusive new sealed VGA 85 mint. Brand new.
They even sealed 3DS XL limited edition NES limited editions in these fucking plastic cases, and I just no.
And just to how to say this, to kill your mind even more, I've even seen this with Xbox 360 games as well. I'm seriously not joking with that.
Overall, this seller, the rare collectible who sells these BK packages, I think he sold 52 items overall, because there are only 52 positive feedbacks.
Wow. And the rest is negative.
No, 0 negative, 0 neutral. So he only sold 52 products, and every one of those purchases has been positive for the buyer for some reason.
So that means that means this guy possibly just had 52 victims of idiocy.
Yeah, and based on the profile, he's active since 1999.
Jesus. Well, overall, when it comes to me buying slash selling, I only have 47 feedback, 0 negative, 0 neutral, and I have been since for 2012. Sorry. So, yeah, big differences, people. Big fucking differences. Jesus. Oh, this is again awesome. Just read this. Super Mario Bros. 2, new NES, new Seal VGA, AFA Asian short box, unique, one of a kind gem! Explanation mark.
I had a thought. Maybe these cheaper VGA boxes have games that have been already opened, but he just repackaged them into these plastic cases and sell them as preservative packages or something.
Yes. Which actually, again, I need to say, if there is no air in those freaking things, because they claim that in these VGA cases there is no air, which kind of...
They don't claim that for every one of them. Some of them are just plastic, basically.
Yes, but just think about it. What fucking game likes to be placed in this freaking purgatory, which they call these cases? Nobody. And oh no, jeez, please, no, this is in fucking...
I won't pull up the list just for checking it out.
Jesus. This is the final boss of eBay.com.
The original Super Mario Brothers is the 5th best-selling game ever.
In the whole fucking world. But apparently it's worth for somebody for $5,000 or most. I think the end of the world has just begun. Jesus. Scat. Speedy Gonzalez. Brand new. Jesus. I don't actually know how much I have been delaying a video, something like this, but I just needed to throw this shit out of my mouth. Oh, go fuck yourself. Adventure Island 2 in a VGA case for, I don't know, $300. Wow, 370.
It's really terrible. And I've heard lots of things, like some people just buy up a lot of the same game, and he would inflate the price of that game artificially. He could have a profit from those who want to play the game.
Yes, and or maybe they buy the game and they resell it to obviously have some profit.
Seriously hope that there will be a huge decline in the sales of these retro games, and the sellers won't have any profits, and they will just leave this industry as a whole. I can't express how much I hate this kind of bullshit.
I couldn't have said that better, because this is how you pretty much kill the retro gaming industry, with bullshit like this. Because I can beg you about and to please stop this bullshit, because it doesn't give us anything other just than just rage quit ourselves, what we are just doing right now. But please, at least for the same people, do not ever consider buy any of this bullshit, because not only is just a huge money grabber, freaking, which I would almost call stealing for legitly, or my only theory that these fucking sellers think that these are not video games, they are some sort of treasures from some Greek temple or something. I know I'm just making a bullshit, but and they think that they have treasure and they can sell it for a million fucking price. Do you have anything to say more about this crap? Because I think we just nailed the thing of it.
I am just really annoyed by even this whole video just began because someone put up a reproduction card of Gimmick for $720 or $800.
Yes.
And it's insane. It's unreasonable and not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 out of 10 of any auction for retro games are like this. You have these insane maniacs who try to sell something that isn't even worth that much. And that's why some
Wait a second.
card makers
Semmit nem kérek. Köszönöm. I'm here.
These flashcard makers are making such a huge profit because people just can't afford this kind of
Bullshit.
This kind of bullshit and this kind of amount of money.
And for the sake of our sanity, that almost 99.9% of these freaking games has been preservated forever. Thank goodness.
Preserved.
Yes, preserved.
And
Or
when I hear some Americans, I mean people from the USA, who say that those things that emulators are bad and they are not legal and those kind of bullshit. The patent on the original NES system has been long expired since, I don't know, around 2008, and this enabled different companies to reproduce the NES with similar names and legally.
yes.
This is why we can see these
Yabo clones, for instance.
yeah, and you know, the Tritron 5 system, and it really bothers me when someone says that emulators are bad. Then they say that the Retron 5 is one of the best things ever. I want to slap in the face and to say that's an emulator device, and it's really bullshit because they stole those emulators that this thing uses. did not even ask the permission of the original creator of that emulator that if they could use it and if and for how much, because obviously they would have to give some.
Oh, and another thing. Oh, and with another thing that, for instance, for some people would tend to overprice, or some douchebag would make a VGA case of Rockman 4 Mini Infinity without fucking emulation. It wouldn't be even in the first place here on the market. So yeah, and the fact that I witnessed a long time ago that there was some sort of idiot, I don't know, organization who protested against video game emulators. I'm not joking. I saw this kind of bullshit that people protested against of stop using video game emulators because the FBI is gonna mess with you and all kinds of shit like that. It was about in 2009 or 10 I witnessed bullshit like this.
Oh, it's really bad. And another thing, the Retro 5, it's well known that they stole the emulators, but they are not in a legal trouble because they have the money to employ lawyers who can round all things. I mean, they can solve everything. And those small people who wrote those emulators can't do anything because they don't have the money to hire lawyers and to pay the legal costs of a
legal battle.
Suing.
Yes.
Of suing the company.
Yes, and this is just sad.
So, the moral of this video as a whole, don't buy VGA products and don't ever fucking buy Retro 5 and anything from the company that makes that device.
Yes. If you really want to buy an old video game console but you can't afford a real NES, stick with Yobo clones or something like that because they are much more reliable, or FC10. Maybe you can't play games such as Duck Hunt, but who the hell cares about them, seriously, about the light gun games that much?
And instead of people actually focusing on something like reverse engineering the original system, these companies just make a freaking emulator console. In the 90s and late 80s, a Taiwanese company was able to reverse engineer the NES and sell them en masse to the public.
Yes, in Asia and Eastern Europe.
These were called the full hardware Famiclones.
Or
the most famous full hardware Famiclone was the Dandy in Russia.
Or the not so well known Hong Kong Famicom, which is extremely rare, sadly. But it was...
the Hong Kong Famicom was the official product.
Oh, yes.
I think the Hong Kong Famicom was the basis of the very early clone systems.
Yes.
Because the Macro Genius IQ-501 has a switch that you can switch between NTSC and POP mode, just like in the original Hong Kong Famicom.
Yes. So the moral of this...
And
yes. Oh, carry on.
I'm sorry for interrupting. And you can see the place of that switch even on the classic system. The classic is basically that microgenous system switching capability.
Yeah.
It's completely useless in Russia because the Russian systems are not capable of displaying NTS systems.
Yes, because we all know that...
And even another thing, back then most television set in Russia but capable of displaying cam signal. So that meant if you had
A very
then
special.
the classic system or then the junior system,
Mhm.
you could only play them in black and white.
Or if you nag your mothers and puppy to buy an extremely rare Pulse-Sicum decoder, which it was
Or
3 times higher in the cost unlike the original console itself.
there's a special, very rare version of the classic system that has a second output, but it's really rare.
Yes, I think it's extremely rare, but thank goodness that the dandy consoles are affordable when it comes to the pricing.
Really, if you have Russian acquaintance or friend, you can ask them to buy original custom-made Dandy, and it would play most of the games perfectly.
Yes.
Maybe not perfectly because it would be a bit slower, but it was a full hardware Famicom, and from experience, they had the highest compatibility with the original system.
Yes. One of the best console clones ever released in the public.
Outside the original Micro Genius line,
And
of course.
and actually, just completely random, speaking about 10 years, this is actually the 20th year anniversary of the discontinuation of the Nintendo Entertainment System, because the very last games officially written for it was as last in 1995.
I see.
So,
Well, it's very sad. But I hope, some people make refurbished consoles like the Analog MP, which is basically a refurbished Famicom, sold for like $500, but it has an aluminium case and the new PCB, so it has some reason for it.
yeah.
Not much. I would not even poke it with a stick, that's for sure.
Mhm.
But it shows that there's demand for original hardware, or hardware that replicates the original system. So I would really like to see a reverse engineered 2A03 CPU and PPU as well. And I even have a site, a book mod, of someone actually trying to replicate the RGB PPU for the NES, so that he could produce new RGB PPUs instead of people severing all the purchase boards. But that project was
Cancelled.
in the end cancelled. Yeah. But the creator made it open source and published all of his work on GitHub, I think. So you can download it, and even you could send it to a Chinese factory to mass produce it. It's 80 to 90% compatible with the original PPU.
Well, I see. And I think we pretty much nailed now every single topic when it comes to this shit, so...
Another thing I want to mention, that it was original cancelled, I think it was original cancelled because another guy made the NES RGB, which basically uses the original PPU as a base to generate RGB signal. So it has 100% compatibility and RGB output.
Yeah. And as far as you told me, at least, you are trying to actually do this for real.
Yeah, I had to send. I had to deposit some money on my account, and I will order the kit. I might make a video about it.
Well,
First, I record it, and then I make a voiceover.
okay. So, and I think this concludes this thing. I think we really much need anything. Don't buy VGA shit. Don't buy freaking Retron 5 consoles. And stay real. Emulation is for the win. So, bye guys.
Bye.